Good morning, my dear students. Today we are discussing with a new subphylum, that is Vertebrata. So in the last class we have discussed about the subphylum Cephalochordata and subphylum Urochordata, and today's class it is about the subphylum Vertebrata. So when you go back to the classification of phylum Chordata, it has been divided into three subphylums, that is subphylum Urochordates, which we commonly called it as the tunicates, and the examples they are sea squids. And second one, that is subphylum Cephalochordata, it consisting of Amphiaxis, which are commonly known as lancelets. And the third one, that is subphylum Vertebrata. So what we are discussing today, so it includes, that means Vertebrata, it includes the animals which are having the backbone. So in this subphylum Vertebrata, you can see fishes, birds, reptiles, amphibians and also mammals. So coming to the general characteristics of subphylum Vertebrata. So these vertebrata are the most organized organisms on earth. They belong to the subphylum, that is Vertebrata. They are the most advanced group of animals when you compared with the other subphylum. The characteristics that makes the vertebrate special are the presence of the spinal cords, vertebrae and notochord. The members of the subphylum Vertebrata, they possess notochord during the embryonic period. So this notochord, it is replaced by the cartilaginous or bony vertebral column when they become adult. All vertebrates are chordates, but all chordates are not vertebrates. Special characteristics of vertebrates other than the vertebral column are they have muscular heart with 2 in some animals and 3 in some animals, or 4-chambered heart. For excretion, they have kidneys and appendages that are paired or they may be unpaired, that is maybe in the form of fins or in case of limbs in subphylum Vertebrata. So next, general characteristics of subphylum Vertebrata. So this vertebrates, they have a well developed brain, and brain is sit inside a bony box, and those we call it as the cranium. So this notochord is present in all chordates during some time of development. It is formed on the dorsal side of the primitive gut in the early embryo stage. Most vertebrates possess guts with a non-terminal anus. The mouth cavity and the esophagus, they are connected by a pharyngeal gill slits to a muscular tube pharynx which opens to the exterior. They possess a dorsal hollow nerve tube at some stages of their life. They possess cartilaginous nerve cord known as notochord. At some stages of their life, they possess gill slits in the pharyngeal region. So these vertebrates have open circulatory system, and these vertebrates, they possess 2 pairs of appendages. The endoskeleton, it is made up of cartilage or it may be bone also. The first vertebrates were jawless fishes with single caudal fin. The advancement of vertebrates with a hinged jaw which opened new food option and jawed fishes become dominant creatures in the sea. All vertebrates have a heart and closed circulatory system. Reproduction is normal, that is sexual. Unisexual animals have 1 pair of gonads. These are some of the general characteristics of subphylum Vertebrata. Moving on with the classification of subphylum Vertebrata. So this have been divided into the division, that is division Agnatha and division Gnatha Stomata. We have discussed the classification in detail in previous videos. So A means absence and Gnathas means the jaws and appendages, they are absent. Gnatha stomata, that means what we call it as the presence of jaws and paired appendages. This division Agnatha has been divided into two classes, that is ostracodermy and cyclostomata, whereas division Gnathostomata has been divided into two superclasses, that is Pisces and the superclasses Tetrapoda. This superclass Pisces has been divided into different classes like class Placodermy, class Chondrichthyes and class Osteichthyes, whereas the superclass Tetrapoda has been divided into class Amphibia, class Reptilia, class Aves and class Mammals. So this is the detailed classification of subphylum Vertebrata. So coming to the first division, that is Agnatha. So Agnatha, any member of a group of primitive jawless fishes that includes the lamprey, hagfishes and several extinct groups. They are the oldest and primitive vertebrates. So coming to the general characteristics, they lack an exoskeleton. So this Agnatha, they do not possess, that is the jaws, teeth are absent. The head bears a pair of eyes, a single median nasal aperture. The notochord persists in the adult and the nerve tube is fibrous. There are 7 to 14 pairs of gill slits and the heart is two-chambered where the only deoxygenated blood flows through the heart. Such a heart is called the venous heart. So the kidney are long and there is a archinephric ducts. A persistent hypophyseal sac, it is present in case of Agnathas. A pineal apparatus is fairly developed. The genital ducts, they are absent and the larval stage, they possess an endostyle that resembles to the protochordates. So this division Agnatha is divided into two classes. So first one, that is class Ostracodermy, example that is Cephalapis, comprises that they are now extant, which comes in the class Ostracodermy. So the class Cyclostomata, which we call it as the living representatives of Agnathas. So that class, that is Cyclostomata. Cyclo, that is the circular, and the stomata, that means the mouth. Stoma means mouth. So this class Cyclostomata, which consisting of important, that is living representatives. First one, that is the hagfish, and second one, what we call it as the lamprey. So myxin and petromyzon, these are the, or hagfish or lamprey or petromyzon or myxin, they are the living representatives of class Cyclostomata, and that is the division Agnatha. Thank you.